Okay, I'm back. Third video. Ran out of time. The other one got a little carried away and talking about these Rumble speakers from MH Industries, which I have totally revamped and refinished because they suck. At least the ones with the amps inside the housings. The ones without them are basically what I did here. I took out all their crap and replaced it with 2 speakers and 2 wires and ran an amplifier underneath my seat. You saw it in the first video. Talked about it in the second video. I'm not usually one to badmouth someone's product, but my lord. If you're going to make crap, at least market it as crap so we know it smells. So we know it stinks. That's my thought on it. One other thing I might want to mention. Harley Davidson, love their bikes. I don't like their clear coat. There's a lot of things I don't like. I might sound like a complainer. I'm not usually a complainer, though, so don't take this the wrong way, but I've buffed on a lot of car paint jobs. I've done body work for quite a few years now. I don't do as much as I used to, but this has got to be the worst clear coat finish I've ever tried polishing up with a buffer. I scratched the tank a little bit taking it off accidentally, and so I had to fix it. I figured I'd sand it down like you would a car and take a buffing pad to it and polish it back out. I don't know what kind of clear coat they're using from Harley Davidson, but this stuff was a pain in the butt to get a shine back to. I was beginning to think I lost my touch, but it was just, oh Lord, what a pain. But we got it, so it looks good again. That's the only thing I'd ever, I think Harley ought to make a few changes. I think you pay a lot of money for these bikes. I believe they should really maybe put a little more oomph into it. I mean, you pay 20 grand for a bike. It'd be kind of nice to expect everything to be right. Stainless steel bolts maybe so it wouldn't rust as much, stuff like that, better paint, I think. But I'm just one person. I mean, I wouldn't trade my Harley for anything. Beyond, as far as I'm concerned, it's better than any other bike made. I love Harley Davidson. The sound, it's a Harley, And for any of those people out there that don't have a Harley, and maybe a foreign bike, I'm not trying to make light of your bike. I'm sure it's very nice. And you might feel Honda and Yamaha knows like I feel my Harley. There's no such thing as a bad bike. Just, some are better than others, But again, that's my opinion. And probably a lot of other people's opinion too. But anyways, like I said on the previous 2 videos about the MH Industries Rumble speaker systems, I'm telling you, if you're buying ones, buy the ones without the amplifier in the back. Because the ones with the amplifier in the back are going to eventually burn out. Unless I just happen to get the worst set ever. But the speakers are also not very good either, Maybe I was just the unfortunate lucky one that got the ones that were no good at all. But then we replaced the parts and did the same thing because they couldn't get any air. So I'm guessing that ain't it. There must be other people out there having this problem unless they never use their bike in any kind of heat. But, I'm sure if anybody from MH Industries or Rumble Speakers sees this video, I'll be hearing about it. But we'll see. I'm entitled to my opinion. It's America. It's a free country. That's all I have. Whatever. I also added a few things to the bike since the first video. I put 2 new shifting knobs on the skulls on them. Nice. I had a little problem with my foot pegs, but not because of the manufacturer. Well, might be, but they cracked right there on both sides. But, hey, things happen. I put it back together with some JB Weld, and JB welded the bolt so it wouldn't come out because it was cracked. And it should be okay. I bet I could probably replace the section that broke, but that really don't make a difference for this video. Those are, I can't remember how, I'm not even going to try to pronounce who made them. Starts with a K, it's long, it's weird. It's a good company, I like their stuff. Just happened to break on both sides are cracked. It's just probably a weak part in the casing. And that happens. So, why don't we go ahead and talk about and listen to how the stereo sounds now that I got it installed. Eventually I'm going to probably go through and replace the Panasonic speakers I put in here. I was a little short of cash and I put them in. I'll probably replace them with a little better speaker of higher wattage sometime. As you saw in the first video if you watched it. And if you did, I appreciate you watching it. The amp says 500 watts on it. I doubt it's that much, but I gotta tell you, I had to turn it down to make this thing sound decent. I had a little distortion in the speakers, probably because they're not meant for the wattage or the full range. But maybe someday when I get some money around for some foreign speakers, I'll change that up a little bit. So, here we are. I took these rumble speakers and I repainted them with a spray bomb, which is odd for me. I did body work for quite a long time. I usually do things with a paint gun. But it's Michigan, it's March, and it's still cold outside somewhat. This is 2010. It's been nice, but it's been a little cool after painting with a paint gun. I couldn't afford to paint, so I bought Krylon. And it worked pretty good. But I gotta tell you, if you ever gotta strip these things, they were black to begin with. Man, I would recommend, unless that finishes shot, not doing it. They got some kind of rubberized paint on there. I don't know what it is, but that stuff was hard to get off. I worked 8 or 9 hours getting all this stuff clean. I tried a stripper from a hardware store. You can see how cold it is, actually. I got a little heater going. A friend of mine let me borrow. He's also the one that one of the guys that helped me polish out the bike, so thank you to him again, Frank. Thank you. Turn that up a little bit. A little cold in here. About 40-some degrees outside. Anyway, here's it. I tried this stuff on it, strip peas. Talked to the guy at the hardware store. Oh, it'll remove it. Yeah, it's good stuff. It probably is, but I gotta tell you, that rubber is some harsh paint or whatever it is. I've never used it before. I'd like to know where they get it at, because I tell you, you could finish something with that, you'd never have to redo anything about it again. So I tried that, didn't work. I even took it over to a friend's house who had a sandblaster, and still wouldn't take it off. So finally I went to the paint shop, and they gave me some aircraft stripper to use. I bought it. I used to use this stuff a lot. It was always in a can. You had to put it on a paintbrush. And I gotta tell you, this stuff, the spray can's awesome. I like this stuff. Maybe my Mara Hyde brand. This stuff is good. It stripped it, boy. I've watched that stuff. And I also watched getting on your fingers, which I knew, but I didn't have any gloves on at the time. I burnt the end of my fingers a little bit, but that was my own stupid mistake. So then I took it and I had them finished. I'll see if I can post some pictures of that. I don't know. I haven't used YouTube a lot yet. Maybe I can of them, because I sanded them down to basically chrome. I wanted them black, and I didn't want to get shined in the face by chrome right on the street. I got enough chrome in this bike. But I took some Krylon primer right there. I primed it, and I took some black paint, which is over on the other side of the garage someplace, and painted them. I got a few touches up that I got to do, of course, because you know, you scratch things, you put it together, it happens, especially fresh paint. But got that put together. But boy, if you gonna have to, boy, don't take the paint off those things. That was a pain. I keep rambling on about these things, and you guys haven't heard the stereo yet, and I apologize for that. If I can get to it in this one, I will. I think I'm running out of time. I'd like to go through it. So why don't we turn it on here? Listen to this bad boy. The auxiliary on. Power on.
Boiler room. There's tons of canned food, and you can use the 7th floor bathroom day and night. Isn't that swell? Yeah, swell.
More swell at AnnArborGrilling.com. Unlimited words to describe the job.
Works pretty good. Works pretty good.
For one low price. AnnArborGrilling.com.
There's no music on right now. Of course. Why would there be? That's on 4. It goes up to 15.
No, it's newer than new. Cupid.com.
Well, now we
10.
changed a lot.
It's still going all right.
Again, and then new.
It's kind of like somebody
There's
got all
14.
the high-tech
It gets a little distorted around 12 or 13. It's not right going down the road, though. Might have been shouting there. I'm sorry. It works good, though. I'm happy with it. I can't wait to take it out for the first ride and see how this bad boy sounds for the music.
easier on the new.
All right. Well, thanks for listening. I think I might do 1/4 installment on this. I got a few more things. I'm starting to sound like a whiner, but a couple more things I think I'd like to bitch about, maybe. Pardon my language. All right. Thanks for watching.